Hi, my name is Michael. Today I want to talk to you about 11 core principles into losing weight and actually keeping it off. Or you can call this True.Stride's 11 core principle into losing weight and keeping it off. You name it, whatever. But before we begin, there's one thing that most of us get wrong when we think about progress. Most of us think that as time goes consistently, if we keep showing up for ourselves for, let's say, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 6 months, that the progress is just going to be like this, going up, like constantly going up 1 year, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. But in reality, it actually goes like this, goes up, plateau, stagnant, goes up, we hit plateau, we get confused, we stay stagnant again, go up, plateau, up, plateau, up. It's a stair. We think it's just linear, that's just going straight up. But in reality, it's not, because life throws us challenges and uncertainties, stress that we sometimes fall back or even just stay stagnant. And we think that if we just keep showing up every day, the trajectory of our progress is just literally just going up. But that's the mindset that we need to stop ourselves from, because that's not how true progress is. We fall off the track, we go back. We fall off we iterate and find a better iterate. We find a better way to do it again, come back stronger in a longevity way. And before I begin with my 11 core principles, I just want to tell you that this is not in any type of order. And you decide what's most important to you and what you can take action starting today. You don't have to overcomplicate it, you just got to start. All right. First one is, worst come to worst, 5 minutes of movement outside, preferably. Now, I said this core principle first because when we are busy, when we get sick, when we just don't really have time, we're stressed, and we find ourselves in our room or in our house or inside for the whole day, and we can't really work out, go for a jog. Committing to just 5 minutes of movement, I'm sure you will have 5 minutes of movement throughout the day that you can do. Whether it's, you can literally just, this 5 minute movement can be going outside, it can be walking outside, it can just be jogging outside 5 minutes, it can just be doing push-ups or doing a 5 minute workout. You name it. I'm not gonna name it for you. But just find that 5 minute on the days where you really don't wanna work out, or you feel like the resistance is there and you really just can't seem like you can't push yourself to do that movement or workout that day. Second one is big picture thinking. Like mentioned earlier about the progress, it's not for us to really truly stay in this journey, in this fitness journey. You really have to step back and see it in a bigger picture, a much bigger picture than 6 months. Because yes, you can get that abs in 6 months with a strict diet, a workout routine that you may not be able to keep, like, stay once you reach that goal, because how you got there is much harder than what it is like when you see it in a bigger picture, in a 1 year span, in a 2 year span, not 6 months, not 3 months, at least a year to 2 years. Because you have to realize that you have to see yourself in 5 years to 10 years, even 20 years of you being able to keep that body, if not level up more. And seeing that picture, you will notice that yes, I have so much more to learn about myself, which I'm going to be touching this principles more later, but there's more to learn about ourselves that we don't quite know yet, the unknown, what's our preference and all this. That just think big. Start thinking in a big picture. Not in 6 months again, not in 3 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Big picture thinking will get you there much faster than s- small picture thinking. Next one is your breakfast, first meal, sets the tone for how you eat and how you feel throughout your day. And you also deals with cravings. And yeah. So for this, it's so important. Like this is what I noticed recently, like really, really recently. But I already knew this back then. That the breakfast, I just needed to remind it. That breakfast is so important. Is That's the first core principle. That I mean, not the first core principle, but that's what sets the tone throughout the day, throughout your decision making. When you're craving sweets or craving savory, it's because you are likely your first meal was crap, was processed, heavily processed food. And so my first meal for breakfast, or my first meal, it has to be whole foods, whether it's eggs, salmon, oatmeal, protein shake. And that's for another topic for me. That if you are interested in actually knowing what I do for my breakfast, my first meal, let me know. But I don't want to get too deep into that right now in this video. But it sets the tone knowing, like, if you have a satiated meal, that oh man, like you feel full for longer, your cravings are much less, and you can fight through it better because you started the momentum, right? It's like this. It's like you go on your phone first thing in the morning, and next thing you know, you're just feeling behind and catching up with all the tasks that you needed to get done. And everything, if you start your morning feeling behind, your day just reflects that. It reflects the whole day. You're just catching up, even though you already are caught up, but your mind's telling you, no, I need to catch up more and more and more. Where if you stay your first meal, first breakfast, your breakfast, it's a high protein meal with enough carb, enough fat, that you're satiated for 4 hours or more, and you don't have a craving, and you make better decisions throughout the day. And to me, my go-tos, I'm just gonna tell you my quick go-tos. My go-tos are eggs with spinach. This is scrambled eggs with spinach, tomatoes, and onions. And I eat that with, yeah, just that, just those eggs. But I put lots of eggs. I eat 6 to 8 eggs, so that's a lot. Or you can even do, on some days for me, I do oatmeal with 1.5 serving from the nutrition guide, and a scoop and a half of protein powder. And I add either blueberries, bananas, whatever type of fruit you want. And that helps me satiated for a long time. Or you can just do a high protein meal, whether it's like salmon, chicken, with not too much carbs, just enough carbs and enough fat. The next one the next one is so important, and most of us are not doing, like, not it's not doing this to ourselves. And that is, be kind to yourself. If your body is telling you to take a rest, take a rest for however many days you want. To me, my rule is at least like no more than 5 days. If I'm not injured, if I'm not sick, more than 5 days is just gonna revert me back to my old ways. Why do we need to take a rest, right? If we've been going hard in the gym for, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month, and your body just is telling you, please, please take a rest, please take a rest, take that rest. You see how the big picture thinking kind of connects to this? Is that allow yourself to rest for a day, a two. Just go outside for a walk if you want to be active. But allowing yourself to rest and knowing that you are going to come back to the gym is that's all you really need, because letting your body rest will prevent injuries, you getting sick, and you getting sick and getting injured will only prolong the progress that you want to be achieving, right? And getting injured sucks. It really does. I hate getting injured and getting sick. But I know that I was probably getting sick or getting injured if I push myself way too hard, harder than what I usually do. Next one is resistance training. Now, if you haven't started working out, or you just focus on cardio only, or you haven't stepped in the gym, resistance training is important. Why? It's the easiest way to get fit and see progress, because as you work out, you notice that you're getting stronger much more easier than, let's say, calisthenics or going for a jog. And in just 3 months or even just 3 weeks, like, you will see the notice that, hey, you can lift more, you can lift heavier, you can add more reps, and it gives you confidence that you didn't think you need until you see the progress that you're making. And resistance training is the easiest one to stay consistent. To me, I'm speaking from my experience. If you're already consistent with this, with training, you probably don't need to hear this. But if you're someone who still hasn't even been consistent going to the gym for more than 6 months, focus on this. Focus on the resistance training and getting yourself stronger first. Next one, don't just listen to me. You can't just listen to, what I mean by this is, I used to just listen to 2 or 3 guys and that's it. That's all I listen to. That's all the tips I listen to. But in life, we just need to collect different ideas, different advice from different people, and make it into your own. Make it into your own idea, so that you will learn more about yourself. If this works for you, this not, it doesn't, like this one will work for you, this doesn't. Like intermittent fasting is working for you for a bit, no, it doesn't anymore. Because if you listen to just one person, you have to realize that for them to get to that point, it took them a while as well. It took them self experimentation, which I will be touching on later. And limiting yourself to your favorite 3 people gurus is just setting yourself up for failure, because your journey is going to be completely different from my journey, from other people's journey, from Sam Sulik, Alex Ramosi, Dan Coe, all these people. It's going to be different completely. Will Tennyson, it's going to be completely different. And so collect ideas, advice from different people, different philosophers, even, and make it into your own. Make your own. Use your own thinking for this. And next one, which is ties to this, is self-experiment. Self-experiment on your diet, your fitness. Once you prove yourself, you showed up for at least 5 to 6 months. And find what really works best for you. You see, I was doing too much. I made this error with when I just, for a year straight before my first 2 years in fitness, that I stuck to one diet that made me revert back to being fat again, because I resented it. I just kept doing it. I didn't change it. It was a mistake that, now telling you to just self experiment, I don't want you to make that same mistake. So if the diet's not working for you anymore, ask yourself, why is it not working for me? Like, and ask yourself, can I try another diet that might work best for me? And so try that. Try a new meal, try a new training routine. But the training routine specifically, I say this, like, this one, I am very strict on this, that if you want to switch it up, self experiment after you know after 6 months or even 3 months, but just stick to it first. Stop switching every 2 weeks, different training routines. Just stick to that. Get strong first, or get faster first. Or if you're doing cardio or calisthenics, just focus on that first. Just focus on one thing. But with diet, with lifestyle choices, self experiment. Your morning routine, like for example, my morning routine, I self experiment on what I do first that's working for me that I can actually keep consistent, whether it's meditating, journaling, reading, and I'm still experimenting it. It's really not that hard, but most of us can't fathom the uncertainty that this might not work for us, because as we grow in different seasons in life, one thing is not going to work for you and the other thing might. So self experiment. Next one, get off your phone while eating. See, most of us are eating and watching a show, YouTube video. You're probably watching this video. You might be watching this video if you're eating, but stop right now. Stop right now. Stop. Watch this. Actually, wait for me. Let me talk first before you stop. The reason why, stop eating though. The reason why is most of us are so, like, guys specifically. I see many guys. I'm not saying I wasn't like this. I was like this, eating my food while watching anime show or a YouTube video or a Netflix show. And we're not being more conscious enough. The problem with not eating, with eating while watching a show, is that we can't really truly enjoy the food in front of us. You're not really being conscious and mindful of when you're putting it in your mouth, chewing it, swallowing it. We're just drifting. We're just being like not even paying attention, subconsciously just eating mindlessly. And that leads, to me at least, to more cravings after I had just finished it, because you're watching the show and like, oh shit, I finished it and I'm still hungry. You see what I mean? It's like you're not being paying attention enough. Like, you probably had so much food already, but you're not being mindful of it. You're not looking, one, single tasking, which most of us don't do enough. Single tasking. I know people say we can't multitask, but the one thing that I do, that I single task confidently, is eating. Eating consciously and mindfully, just one, focusing on what's in front of me and eating that, because it helps you know that, okay, I had enough food today. I'm good with my cravings. I don't need any more. So try and stop yourself from eating with watching a show or, you know, Netflix or anime. Just stop. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it forever. I mean, if you have a girlfriend, you can, like, once in a while, but when you're by yourself, especially, stop watching while eating. You will see the difference on how you feel, how much better you enjoy your food, the enjoyment, all this all ties together. Next one is, being conscious is a lifelong mission. We drift more than we think we do. What do I mean by drifting? Drifting is living life unconsciously, just going through the motion and not really caring about our future, what we're doing to our body because of what we're doing. And we sometimes we are conscious, but staying in that conscious state is a lifelong journey. We will still drift and be subconsciously drifting. And that's for us to pull ourselves back again and allow ourselves to not drift, because this is such a lifelong journey. And how to be more conscious, it's through daily practices and watching videos about fitness or philosophy and all this, through like you're learning and experiencing when we are like not being conscious with our choices and our life life choices. Because once you notice that you're drifting, plan to go back to your conscious state. Just plan. And the reason why I say it's a lifelong process is it actually will be. It's for you to figure out when you notice yourself drifting and snap yourself out of it and come back. You will find it through your personal development. Just don't give up. Just don't fucking give up. Because now you're probably conscious now, but then 2 days from now, you might not be. And you're going to notice it. You're like, oh, snap myself out of it. And it's like a muscle. It's like meditating. It's like meditating, right? Where when you get distracted, the principle, like the idea of meditating for some people is, maybe most people, is when you get distracted to bring yourself back to focusing to your breathing again. And that's just like with life. When you're conscious, just pull yourself back again. When you go back again, to pull yourself back. It's like a muscle building. And the more reps you do it, the less drifting that will happen. Next one, you're craving sweets, have fruit first. You're craving more savory again, have protein. Prioritize this before allowing yourself to snack on that cookie that's waiting in your family's cupboard. That's not your cupboard. If you're in this fitness journey and you live with your family, that's not your cupboard. That's theirs. Stop touching it. Like, yes, you're part of the family, but you didn't buy that. It's not yours. Stop touching it. Because that's gonna not align you to your own mission, to your fitness journey if you want to get really fit. And you would be surprised that once you have a banana or fruits, lots of fruit, that you don't crave that sweet anymore. Or once you have protein, lots of protein, that you're not craving any savory more anymore. Or just drink water, just drink more water. Because I experience this the most at night, where when I finish my dinner, I want more food. It's that gluttony. It's so bad. And it's for you to just remind yourself, hey, I'm not being conscious. I'm craving sweet. I'm going to prioritize fruit first and protein. And that's for you to have in your grocery list. That's for you to self experiment and find out when you're doing groceries to prioritize getting fruit for when you're craving sweet, or get a protein for you, a backup protein, whether it's tuna, whatever you want to do, tuna, rotisserie chicken, that you will eat when you're after you finish your dinner and you're still craving more. And if you're still craving it more after eating those, then shit, I guess let yourself go. And to me, the success rate of this is about 30%. No, 70%. And 30% I still am naughty sometimes and catch myself going back and eating that sweet still. I know it happens, you can't. It's one of those where you just have to be mindful. Okay, I let myself go again. Now, how did I feel after 2 hours? Oh, now how did I feel waking up because I did that? Just being more conscious. And the last one, but not the least important one, is switch it up. It kind of ties with with what is it? The rest. Oh, no. Last one is switch it up. This ties up to everything that we have been talking about. Switching it up. I have learned recently. When I say recently, it could be a week, like 2 weeks from now, a month from now, 6 months from now. But this I learned 4 months, no, 5 months ago, that I'm someone who likes change. I can't just have the same morning routine every day. If not, I don't actually end up doing it consistently for more than 3 days. So I'm just gonna tell you what I mean by switching up. Simple as just my morning routine. Switching it up is usually the 5 things I do in the morning: meditate, journal, read, cold shower, and go for a walk. Now, today I would do it in that sequence, but the next day I would do cold shower first, meditate, then write, then walk, then I forgot the other one. and so on and so forth. I just switch it up. I don't just follow it from to Z, A to Z every day. I switch it up because I'm someone who likes to change. I like to switch it up. And this is like ties with the being more conscious too. Living consciously is that sometimes you notice your habit, you put your sock on first on your right. You always put it on the right first before left. Now I focus on putting it on the left and then right. Or when I'm on my way to work or on my walk to work, I do a different route. I do a different route for driving. When I'm going to the gym, I do a different route either. So it's like switch it up. So like this life is about switching it up and finding what actually works for you. There's no one all solution for this. It's switching it up. Is it working for me? It's not, then switch it up. It's just finding it, finding your flow, finding your balance, and you will find it through big picture thinking, through being kind to yourself, to not just listening to me, through self experimenting, and so many more that you're like, oh, I get it now. I see what Michael's talking about. It's about switching it up, self experimenting, and finding what truly works for you. Because, like I said, what works for me may not work for you. What works for Danko, Alex Ramosi, Sam Sulek, these Hadi, like these popular guys, known guys, might not work for you. But if you collect these ideas, like let's say this his diet, this guy's training, this guy, so you collect and you let it sit in your own self, and then you focus on that and collect, make your own, you're golden. Because it's just about knowing your own self. And knowing your own self is a lifelong process. That shit will be within us. I understood now that I will die and I will still be experimenting, self-experimenting before, right? Like even when I'm 80 years old. Hopefully I live through there. But if not, shit. Yeah, it's a lifelong journey. Trust the process. I believe in you. But you have to believe in yourself more. Keep in touch, stay strong. If you want to keep in touch with me, I have a Discord server where we do 10 push-ups. I might switch it up a little bit. I'm planning on maybe doing a run club locally in my city. I don't know. Ideas are flowing after that convention. And yeah, but my mission is to help you stay aligned with your purpose in your fitness journey, your personal development. And hopefully we get rich together. Yeah, that's all I have for you today. Take care.